Welcome students. In my last video, I took up Satyagraha movements and Khilafat movement. Now in this video, you will learn about non-cooperation movement in detail and different strengths within non-cooperation movement. I told you Gandhiji wanted to bring Hindus and Muslims together, and he found this opportunity in bringing non-cooperation movement in support of Khilafat movement. Khilafat movement, I have already told you, was in support of Khalifa, the Muslim spiritual head. Gandhiji wrote a book in 1909 that was Hind Swaraj. According to him, British rule was established in India with the cooperation of Indians, and if Indians refused to cooperate with British, their rule would collapse within a year. See, there were handful of Britishers who came to India, and it was Indians who were helping them to administer such a big country. So Gandhiji thought that if we will not cooperate, if Indians will not cooperate with Britishers, they would fail to rule. So idea of non-cooperation initially came in 1909 only in his book Hind Swaraj. After a lot of discussions and debates between supporters and opponents of non-cooperation, finally in December 1920, in Nagpur session of Congress, the non-cooperation movement was adopted. Non-cooperation movement was proposed in stages. Like first, it would be started with surrender of titles, honors and honorary post. 2. Boycott of legislative councils. 3. Boycott of government schools and colleges, and students will be withdrawing from schools and colleges. Number 4. Lawyers, they will be leaving their law courts, and boycott of British goods. So this was the main process in which it was planned. Non-cooperation movement started in January 1921. All responded to the call of Swaraj, but meaning of Swaraj was different to different people. First, we will talk about movement in towns. Thousands of students, teachers, headmasters, they left government schools and colleges. Foreign goods were boycotted. Liquor shops were picketed. Foreign clothes, they were burnt in bonfire. Import of foreign goods, it halved in 1921 to 1922. Then, of course, production of Indian handlooms and textile mills, they went up. But movement in the city gradually slowed down. There were many reasons behind it. Number 1, khadi was expensive than the mill-made clothes. Poor people could not afford to buy khadi. Number 2, boycotting British institutions also created a problem, as there was no alternative present. So students and teachers, they had no option except joining back schools and lawyers going back to their courts. Thirdly, notion of Swaraj was different for different people. Peasants, traders, they had their own interpretation of Swaraj. Use of violent methods that led to the downfall of this movement. Rebellion in countryside. Peasants were led by Baba Ramchandra. He was a sannyasi who lived in Fiji as an indentured labor. The movement was against talukadars and landlords who demanded high rent. Peasants had to do begar. Begar, it means labor which they were supposed to do without being paid. Peasants, they demanded reduction of revenue and abolition of begar. In many places, Nai Dhobi Bands were organized by village panchayats. Nai Dhobi Band means landlords were to be deprived of services of barbers and washermen. By October 1920, Kisan Aud Sabha was set up, which was headed by Jawaharlal Nehru ji and Baba Ramchandra. Within a month, over 300 branches had been set up in villages and other regions. In 1921, House of Talukadars and merchants were attacked and looted. In many places, local leaders told peasants that Gandhiji had declared that no tax was to be paid. The name of Mahatma was being taken for all actions and aspirations. In Gundam Hills of Andhra Pradesh, a militant guerrilla movement spread. People, they were very angry by the decision of colonial government to prevent people from entering the forest to graze their cattle, collect fuel wood and fruits. When they were not allowed, they became very angry. Alluri Sitaram Raju, the leader of Gundam Hill rebellion, he claimed that he had many powers like doing correct astrological predictions, healing people, and he could even survive bullet shots. People started calling him reincarnation of God. Raju was influenced by Gandhi and he persuaded his people to wear khadi and give up drinking. But he was also of the view that India could not be liberated by non-violence. It could be liberated only by the use of force. Although he was influenced by Gandhi, but still he believed in the use of force to attain freedom. He was captured in 1924 and later he was executed. Swaraj in plantation. Workers too had their different notion of Swaraj. Plantation workers in Assam, for them freedom meant right to move freely. Under Inland Immigration Act of 1859, plantation workers were not permitted to leave the tea gardens without the permission which they were very rarely given. They left plantations and they hurried towards their home. They thought that Gandhiji is going to give them land to till in their own villages. They were caught by police and were beaten very badly. Everybody interpreted the Swaraj in their own way, as I have told you earlier. For plantation workers, it was going to their homes. For peasants, it was getting their own land to cultivate. For politicians, making own laws and having their own rule. For industrialists, cutting down in tariffs and more profits. So everybody had their own notion, meaning of Swaraj. So there were a lot of movements going on in this one moment. Calling off of non-cooperation movement. Gandhiji, he withdrew this movement after Chori Chora incident. Now what happened in Chori Chora? Chori Chora was in district Gorakhpur of Uttar Pradesh, which was earlier called United Province. On February 1922, a large group of people who were protesting and participating in non-cooperation movement clashed with police. There was open fire. In retaliation, the demonstrators, they attacked the police station and set it on fire. 22 policemen were killed. Mahatma, who was strictly against this violence, he stopped the non-cooperation movement. He felt that the Satyagrahis, they needed to be trained properly before they are ready for mass struggle. Moreover, some leaders in Congress, they were also tired of mass struggles. They wanted to participate in election of provincial councils. Hence, this movement met its end. So this was non-cooperation movement. We will recapitulate it. First, it was launched in year 1921. The main causes of this movement, why it was launched, was conditions created by First World War. Price hike was there, forced recruitment was there. Then imposition of Rowlatt Act was there, which was a harsh act, very hard act. Then the repercussions, the Jallianwala Bagh incident, and these were the basic causes for the beginning of the non-cooperation movement. Now, who were the participants? Who participated in this movement? Middle class people in cities, peasants in rural areas, plantation workers, they all participated. Muslims, they participated because Khilafat movement was going on. Khalifa, he was the head of the Muslim community, and people, they were supporting Khalifa. Muslims, they were supporting Khalifa against Britishers. So they also participated. Now, who did not participate? It was women who did not participate on the large scale. Course of the movement. The movement started with middle class participation in cities. Thousands of students, they left schools, colleges, headmasters, they resigned, lawyers, they gave up their practices, foreign goods were boycotted, liquor shops, they were picketed, and foreign cloth, it was burned in huge bonfires. So this was the course of the movement. Even people, they gave back their titles, honorary titles also. Withdrawal. Gandhiji withdrew this movement because of a violent incident at Chori Chora, in which 22 policemen were killed. So today we have studied non-cooperation movement in detail. Now in my next video I will focus on civil disobedience movement. Take care till we meet again.